Gordon, come. You have a new mission.
What is it, sir?
I need you to rescue AIUS and stay away from Earth this time.
Yes, sir. Easy does it.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
We have a figure from Four Horsemen Studios, the makers of Mythic Legions, and this is from the Cosmic Legions line. This is an alien-type figure, AIUS CYPPITON. Not even going to attempt to pronounce the name. I have a tough time pronouncing the names of Cosmic Legions as well as the Mythic Legions, so I'll just call them like the dwarf, the alien, the warrior, the skeleton. That's much easier. So you can see on the back, there's our character, and we got some cool art on the side. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one. When they announced this line, this was, for me, the one that stood out the most. So I was just waiting to pick them up. And last week at Legions Con, they had them. So I knew I was going to make that purchase one day or another. And it happened to be that day. So the first thing we're going to do is slide... Oh, silica packet. That's a keeper. We're going to slide out the backing. I think these are really cool. They could be used for some sort of display background in videos. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to definitely set that aside. The other thing that I'm really excited about for the Mythic Legions line is that it's introducing aliens to my toy collecting, which means I can make a lot more stop motions featuring Alf. So, warning, there's probably going to be a lot of Alf videos coming. Which, as far as warnings go, that's probably the best warning you can get. Like, on a scale of Alf to Tornado, I would choose Alf any day. So our alien is almost free, and then we just pop him out. He's in there pretty securely, so there we go. So he is tall. He's, I think a good name for him will be Stretch or Slim. And yeah, he's just a long, lean alien machine. And yeah, look at that detail on that head. That is absolutely incredible. He's got a cool little necklace that he wears. He's got his ear holes. Yeah, this is the detail on Mythic Legions is amazing. Cosmic Legions just as amazing. Woo! My favorite part of all of the Four Horsemen characters is the shocked back. And he's got a really cool belt. He's got some soft goods on his belt, and look at the detail on those feet. Just every single part of him is just incredibly detailed. And I just want to pull over some other characters for comparison. This is another of the Cosmic Legions figures, and just look at the size difference between them. This alien is just massive, and here's a Mythic Legions character who's one of the shorter ones, but still, just from a size comparison, just absolutely massive. This is just such a cool looking figure. I'm very, very happy with this. Like I said, I was looking forward to picking up this one and seeing him in action. His joints are a bit stiff. That's common for Four Horsemen characters, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions. They can just work through with a little bit of warm water. The wrist is very thin. I heard some stories on people online in the groups. They said this character in particular, his wrist is prone to breaking. So I'm going to be very careful with it as I move it around. Maybe loosen it up a little bit before I try to do anything with it. And here are his replacement hands. And it does look like it was packaged with a missing one. So I think I got one less hand than I was owed. But that's okay. Like I said before, if the wrist is flimsy and prone to break, I'm probably not going to be swapping out his hands too much. So he comes in the package with the holding hands, so I could put his weapons in there. So I'm not too concerned about a missing hand. I've got just boxes full of extra hands and heads from all my toy collecting, so I rarely swap them out. So I'm not too worried about this one. It is a cool looking hand though, so at least I have one. So if I wanted to, I can give him the alien reach hand. And we've got the trigger hand. And then we've got these kind of gripping hands, which look very similar. I'm not sure the difference between these two. It might just be an extra set in case one breaks, as I heard they might. And now we will accessorize our buddy. So we have our choice of shoulder pads, a shoulder belt, a shield, and a staff. So let's take a look at those. So this belt is pretty awesome. So it's going to go over his shoulder. It doesn't look like he comes with any sort of blades or clips on them, but Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions figures in general, their weapons have places where they can go on them. And then the shoulder pads got those pegs in the back that go in the back eye sockets. So let's take a look. I think we'll put the belt on first, because if we put the shoulder pads on, it's going to have a tough time putting those on afterwards. So I figure if we just pop his head off, we can lift his shoulder up and just kind of slide it on. I think that's probably the easiest approach. If there's a better way, maybe over his waist, over his shoulder, kind of like a kid putting on pajamas, but I'm still not sure if that's going to be any better than just popping his head off. So then it just goes right back on. Nice and easy. All right, there we go. He looks fantastic. He is all accessorized for a night out on the galaxy. And then let's put his shoulder pads on to give him a little bit more of that shoulder weight, so he's not too self-conscious about his narrow shoulders. Yeah, so we got the one of them on. I'm just going to take a closer look. I actually like the look of just the one shoulder pad and the belt going across like it's holding it up. But I'm probably going to put on both of them just to kind of even them out. But still, that looks pretty awesome with just the one. So I might play around with that, displaying them one way versus the other, and then seeing which way I like. He's going to take a nap for a second. Putting the shoulder pad on took a lot out of him. So I'll help him with this next one. And it just plops right back in, just a little bit of pressure, and like the soft plastic goes right in. And this is his look with both of those shoulder pads, and I think it looks amazing. This is a really just great looking figure, and just the eyes and the face just really make him a striking looking figure. And then we have his shield, so let's take a look at that. He's got his symbol on it and a little pipe in the back that you can put in there so that he can hold it. And the last Cosmic Legions figure I had with his shield, I did not like the way it looked when he was holding it. So let's see if this looks any different. Otherwise, I am more than happy to not display him with the shield. But since all the Cosmic Legions figures come with the shields, I kind of wish I liked them more, because it's kind of cool to see them like if they all have their symbol on it. But it's just something about the way he holds it, or at least the last one. It looks like this one's actually very similar. The way the arm bends, it doesn't go all the way up. So he's either holding it at an angle or he's holding it out really far in front of him. There might be something to do with like the way you bend or position the handle to make it look a little bit better, but for now I'm okay, since I just have the two Cosmic Legions figures, not putting the shields out there. But when I start to get some more, I might feel differently and try to figure out a way to make them work. Anyone who has any recommendations, feel free to let me know. And yeah, as I was doing that, I knocked off his shoulder pad, so I had to fix that, and he looks fantastic. But as you can see, like the way he holds it, it's just not quite what I would want for it. Maybe if he kind of holds it out to the side, you can kind of, turn it in a little bit. But I don't know. I got some playing around to do with those shields, because they look beautiful. It just, when they hold them, I just don't quite like them. But this next piece I know I'm going to like. This is his weapon, his staff, his way he gets high books down off the bookshelf in the library, which he's got a really tall reach. So that's a really, really tall bookshelf if he has to use this staff to get those books down. But he loves to read, and he loves those high books. I'd imagine he would put his favorite books actually down lower, but I don't know, there's something about it. Maybe he's got a dog or some sort of alien dog-like pet that just chews on them and doesn't want them to get damaged. So it also probably confirms that he either has a well-behaved or non-flying pets that don't mess with the high books. Just some things to consider in the Cosmic Legion line. But this staff looks really great. The way he holds it, and we'll just zoom in on that, and he just it's going to be such a cool looking figure on my shelf. I am really happy with this. Can't wait to use him in stop motions. Cosmic Legions and Mythic Legions figures in general, amazing movement for stop motions, really great detail just for collecting, and I am so happy with these. If you have not checked them out or picked them up, definitely do so. Oh, and I just noticed that he's got a hole on his arm that you can put like a peg in there, like a blaster, or like the wal-torr, the Mad. I can borrow his little solar system thing. So we're just seeing how that looks. So you can, there's some interchangeable parts that you can test him out with. So there we go. He's checking out the next galaxy to see where there's a nice library for him to visit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy.
Hey, are you still obsessed with the crescent moon?
No, that was just a phase.